Hey guys, and welcome to Film Artsy, your number one source for all things films and movies. And over the years, there's always been this major comparison drawn between the Marvel Cinematic Universe and the DCEU. And one of these big things that have kind of been compared against are which universe have the best villains. So we thought it'd be really interesting if we took a look back at just the general history of comic book movies and kind of compare some of the best villains that we've seen from both the MCU to the DCEU and kind of talk about why they were so important for not only film movies but for plots and storylines, and also kind of just talk about who have been the most interesting and impactful villains we have seen so far. That being said, let's go ahead and jump into it.
Agent Romanoff, you miss me?
Oh yeah, Charles, we got ourselves an X-Men fan.
Captain.
Your Highness.
Jackman, big fan, Spider-Man. Hey everyone.
Starting things off with the DC universe, not starting right into the DCEU, but just in general in DC, the Joker has been one of these iconic characters that has had so many different portrayals on film, and to an extent, each actor who's taken on this role has really provided something different and unique, and has really brought this character to life in their own way. Most notably, we can remember the performance from back when The Dark Knight came out, all the way up to the new Joker movie. We have the Jack Nicholson portrayal. There's just been so many great moments from this character that have been portrayed over the years, and we really appreciate it. Here are some of the best clips of the Joker.
I know why you choose to have little group therapy sessions in broad daylight. I know why you're afraid to go out at night.
Can I go, man? What's going on, man? This is crazy. Blah, 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 blah.
All of that chit-chat's gonna get you hurt.
Oh, my God.
Jack is dead, my friend. You can call me Joker. And as you can see, I'm a lot happier.
Now, switching sides, if we look to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Thanos is another major character that kind of comes to mind because while this character is a little bit newer on film and doesn't have as much of a legacy, this character's done something that we've never seen in film before. Just completely annihilating half of a cast was something very, very unique and big and daring for Marvel to do, and it definitely paid off, and it led to a really awesome battle in the follow-up film. And there's just been a lot of great moments from this character that we really appreciate, so here are some of the clips from that.
Fine. I'll do it myself. The demeanor is that of a pouty child. And apparently, you alienated my favorite daughter, Gamora. I shall honor our agreement, Kree, if you bring me the order. But return to me again empty-handed, and I will bathe the starways in your blood. Stop.
You know me?
I do. You're not the only one cursed with knowledge.
My only curse is you.
To challenge them is to court death.
And while these two villains we've looked at so far are kind of the major heavy hitters when you look at Marvel or you look at DC, there's a lot of other characters along the way that we've gotten to see really great portrayals that we've really appreciated. Some of these include Dormammu from Doctor Strange. Here's a short clip of this character.
You've come to die. Your world is now mine. What is this illusion?
No, this is real.
Good.
We can remember Doc Ock from Spider-Man 2, which was really awesome. But even more recently, if we even look at the MCU, we can appreciate Killmonger for his portrayal in Black Panther. And that was a really different villain, but a really well written and interesting character with a great portrayal as well.
Don't trip. I'm gonna take it off your hands for you.
These items aren't for sale.
How do you think your ancestors got these? You think they paid a fair price? Or did they take it like they took everything else?
So I'm going to have to ask you to leave.
You got all this security in here watching me ever since I walked in. But you ain't checking for what you put in your body.
And while the more recent DCEU movies have kind of gone off to a rough start, there's definitely been a pretty awesome turnaround, and some of these films are really starting to get interesting. Shazam did a really great job at making some of the evil characters actually menacing, kind of almost reminiscent to the older movies you would see in the 80s and 90s, where they kind of just let your imagination go with how some violence is portrayed without necessarily showing it on screen. And that was something really cool that Shazam did. We also can look to Lex Luthor, this character that was so iconic over the years from the Superman franchise, and while we had Jesse Eisenberg take on this character for better or worse, nonetheless this character has been pretty iconic when looking at the universe of DC, especially with what is kind of going on with Superman's character, and some of the historical actors who have played this character have been pretty great too. But also along the way, we've seen a lot of minor actors and these minor villain characters that are kind of written in for one movie, and a lot of the times these villains work out really well, and they actually make for a good arc that's short enough to be contained to one film, but still can leave a impactful memory. Here are some clips of the best villains that kind of only lasted for one film or had a shorter impact than some other villains.
America. Ready for another lesson. In 1864 in Sand Creek, Colorado, the U.S. military waited till the friendly Cheyenne braves had all gone hunting. Waited to attack and slaughter the families left behind.
You remember this one, right? It's a shame the government didn't approve it. There's so many applications for causing short-term paralysis. Johnny.
Church is in the exact center of the city. The elders decreed it so that everyone could be equally close to God. I like that. The geometry of belief. Oh, I'm sure they do. But you needed something more than a man.
Now what? Need someone to shake it for you?
Well,
Jesus. I thought he was dead.
So he's gone. Shame, I would have liked to have seen that.
You must be Hela. And Thor, son of Odin.
Really? You don't look like him.
Perhaps we can come to an arrangement.
You sound like him. Neil.
But what did you guys think of the villains we've seen from the MCU and the DCEU? We'd love to know which villain you think has been the best between these franchises, so leave a comment down below and be sure to subscribe with notifications on for more videos just like this. We'll see you all next time with a brand new video. Bye guys.
I'm about to.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, everybody. How you doing?
I don't
See you guys.
know anybody.